Sounds like mud, boys. Get your boots on. Here come the mud, boys, and it's 95 degrees out. And we got, who's coming down the line? Looks like Dwight. It's Dwight coming down the line. Circle T, coming all the way up to Camden, New York, which is 50 minutes away. So they're taking care of us. A little retardant in there to slow her down a little bit. Over on the right side, buddy. Looking good, my man. Looking good. Thanks for coming in. We can drive right down the side of there if somebody moves that tripod, huh? Move those float handles. All right, stay. We got 315-963-2231 is the company. Circle T, Ready Mix Division. We got the second best driver there. Second best driver they got. Maybe third, I don't know. Here we go. Hopefully we can get it in. It's hot. Look at that hat, Rockin' Robbie. Got the cool shades on, the hat. Oh my God. Wait a second. What's up with the shirt? Come on, dude. Dude, I just seen a nice hat, nice glasses, and you got the shirt. Yeah, I got Bondo Bill shirts. Yeah, you'd get a t-shirt.
Here comes the mud.
Yep, I got some.
Good looking shirt.
I got some. I just gotta. I took them out of my truck.
Good looking shirt.
Oh.
It makes a significant difference.
Oh, heck yeah, it does.
That's the way I did, like.
Yeah, because it's gonna be dry in like 2 seconds. Hold that wire up, Roy. Don't want to get in trouble. Don't want to get in trouble by the YouTube wire mesh police. Oh, that's beautiful right there. That's a nice slump. I do. I love it. I love that. Yep. Start with a 6. She'll end at about a 2. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. Yeah. Yeah, yes, sir. We'll push it in now so we don't get it all over the siding today. This is the 3/8 railing wings off. It's like the piece stone.
It's not quite peach stone. It's close.
Yeah, it's a little bigger than peach. We'll call it peach. Hey guys, Bondo here. So this is a job that we actually did last summer, and you're probably wondering why I'm pulling this footage out. I never got along to doing this video last year. Sometimes we get clugging along so good during the summer that I can't keep up with the video footage per the jobs that we're doing. So sometimes I have extra video footage, and then right now things are pretty slow in the winter. I live in New York State, in upstate New York, and we slow down in the winter. I don't generally pour a lot of concrete at all after like November, early November. So like I said, this is a job that we did last summer. It was pretty hot when we poured this out. You can see we had a few guys that were working for us last year that aren't working for us this year. But this was one of the nicest barns that we ever poured for a pole barn. You can see the details on this barn. The guy that built it did a tremendous job on this thing. It's really nice. So what I wanted to show you here is how we broke this job down into parts. Sometimes, if you don't have a big crew, and you want to get a job done, you can break it down into pieces. So this job we did in 3 different pours. We poured this side apron that we're working on right now, and this is just a little propane pad that we are doing as a favor for the guy. And this is all going to be a broom finish. So this concrete here that we're doing on these side aprons has air entrainment in it. It's got full air entrainment because it's going to get freeze-thaw cycles where we live. So air entrainment is a chemical that they put in concrete that will actually let the concrete be able to freeze and thaw. It kind of gives the water a place to go and not blister the surface. So you can see we just laid this out. We screeded the whole thing off. Now we got Mike right there. It's got a funny float. And here we are. That's me just brooming it quick. All this footage is sped up, but this is still almost a 30-minute video. So this is quite a big job here. All right, guys, we're pouring another section at this barn. This is what we did last night. We got to cut our relief joints in there, but that come out really nice. So we're gonna do this apron today, and we're gonna do this other half over here. Well, half of the half, I should say. This is gonna be done here, up to that board, because then there's this inside section here that we're gonna do on Saturday when we do the inside of the barn. So this is a brush finish here, broom, just like the other side. That's a hard troweled finish. So actually this will have air entrainment in it, and that will only have a little bit of air in it. So, and then the garage, the pole barn section will have just light air in it as well, and that is this section. We got a trench drain in there, that's all ready to go. So we're pouring all these separate because we don't want to tie these aprons into the floor, so they got to be poured separate, and the air content is different. These aprons got full air in them. They're exterior, and air, if you don't know what air is, it's actually a chemical you put in concrete that creates micro bubbles in the concrete, and that gives water a place to expand and contract without blistering the surface of the concrete. So here in New York State, we put air in our exterior concrete. Right, buddy? Right, Ro? I don't know if Ro's thinking he wants to step in the concrete today. What do you think, buddy? You gonna step in the concrete today? That looks like a yes. That looks like a yes. Sit. Sit, buddy. Sit. Give me a paw. Good boy. Give me that paw. Give me that paw. Yeah, that's a good boy. All right, we're just waiting on mud, guys. Here's the crew. Here's the crew right here. Biscuit, Frank, and Roy, and Rotor.
Look at the boss man just sitting here being lazy.
This is the best reclining chair you can ever have at a concrete.
$350 chair.
This is the best. You just need a pillow. If you had a pillow.
The old Brentwood wheelbarrow.
Oh, hell yeah. Just waiting on mud. Waiting on the mud. Here come the mud, guys. Frank, you got your boots on, bud?
Yes, I do, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't let him hit that, Roy. We'll do maybe, I don't know, a little bit of wheeling, and then we'll be good. You gotta get out of here, bub. Come on. Come on, buddy. Come on. Get out there. Come on. Out. River out here? Yeah, we're gonna wheel over the road a little bit of that. So you can see here, guys, we just got me, Frank, Biscuit, and Roy to do this section. So we got a wheelbarrow this section. You can't get the truck along the side of there. So we got these Brentwood wheelbarrows, and you can move a lot of concrete with them. I got a potato rake in my hand. I'm pulling up the wire here. You'll see that's what I'm doing. Biscuit's just flattening it out. Looks like Frank's doing most of the wheeling right now. Once we get it wheeled where we can just shoot the rest of it, then we won't wheel anymore. But to get this back section, that's how we're gonna place the concrete. We don't use pumps a lot, guys. It's just works out good for us with these wheelbarrows. It's more cost effective, so that's what we do. We don't have to schedule pump guys or nothing like that. So generally we do 90%, almost 100% of our stuff with wheelbarrows. That's just what we do, and it works really well. You can see we're just putting the concrete in there. I'm magging the edges off. You kind of watch me. I'm using two hands to mag here because this is last year when I had before I had my shoulder surgery. I had a torn rotator cuff. I actually poured concrete all season with a torn rotator cuff, and then I ended up getting surgery in September. So this was probably like August, and I still had that real bad tear in my shoulder. They ended up putting a cow tendon in there, and I had major surgery. So was able to get it done. Until I had surgery, I just worked straight through it. But that's Frank on the outside there helping me, and I'm pulling along the inside, trying to do the two-handed mag deal here, as you can see, with my bad shoulder. But we're getting it in, and then we just got that little 3-foot apron along the front that we're gonna pour out here. And we had a surprise coming in here for us. You'll see in a minute. Once we got all the mud in, it started to rain, but you'll see that in a little bit. You can see Roy and Big Biscuit are puddling. That's what we call that. They're just raking the concrete behind me and Frank. Me and Frank are pulling it along. Frank's got a form board there, so he's kind of got the easy side. And I'm running along that wet concrete pad that's along the building. That siding doesn't go down into the concrete. It kind of stops right where the slab goes. So that's how they ended up doing this. There's a treated board under there that we're pouring the concrete up against the building. So that's how we did it, guys. And we got this section here done, and then we had to pour out that front piece after we get this done. Big Biscuit's gonna bow float this in a second. You'll see. Just getting the last little bit of concrete out that we had a little too much in there. Magging off the front of it. This piece here too, guys, this is pour number 2, as you can tell here. This has air entrainment in it as well. So this is a broom finish. We didn't do that little garage area that's right behind where the float is now. There's a little section, because that's going to be closed in. So we're going to actually pour that on the third pour. When we pour the inside of the barn, we're going to pour that section as well. So this is, like I said, breaking down the job, making it more manageable, especially if you don't have enough help or you're not as experienced. You can break these floors down. You don't have to do them all at once. We could even have broke that inside pour, which we're going to do here. I'm going to show you in the video. We could have broke that into 2 pieces. I mean, we didn't need to, but say we couldn't get enough help or whatever, maybe we didn't have as much experience, we could have broke that into 2 pours as well. So just an idea for you. If you're new to this, don't try to do more than you can handle and more than you can get a nice finish on, because that's more important, to get a nice finish and to pour nice concrete. Don't pour real wet concrete so you can get more done. So we got the front here done. I'm funny floating it. That's a funny float. It's like a mag on a stick, more or less, a mag trowel on a stick. And Biscuit's gonna start edging it here. He's just got a steel edger. He's gonna put a like a picture frame, we call it, along it. And we gotta work around the stakes and stuff. But then we actually gotta get inside the building here in a minute and mag along the edge from the inside of the building. And like I said, the reason we did it this way is just to make it more manageable. Plus these aprons we don't want to tie into the inside floor. Like I said already in the video, they should be separate. It's a different kind of concrete. That stuff inside is going to have a low air in it. This has a full air in it, because that inside stuff doesn't get frozen as much as this exterior stuff would tend to see direct weather and direct rain and direct snow, where once you close the doors, that inside stuff is not going to see that that harsh weather and those freeze-thaw conditions. So that's why we do it this way. You don't want to use that same kind of concrete. Okay, we just had a little fun time. It started to rain.
started to rain, and this guy right here, Rotor, ran through our concrete over here because we all jumped and started running because of the rain. He didn't realize what was going on. We all jumped and ran and get the plastic on here. So we got it covered in real quick time. It's one of them rains that's just gonna blow over, but you can see the skies are nice right there, but it just came out of nowhere. And we're yelling to get this plastic out and cover this thing up. This is underneath, so we just had to cover this edge real quick. But man, talk about a bad deal. But I think it's gonna blow right over us. Does anybody look at the radar? See if it's gonna blow over us. Stay tuned. All right, guys, this is where we're at. Everything's done and it started raining again. We got it all looking really nice. And here comes the rain. So you can see it's raining pretty good. It looks really good underneath there if we can keep this plastic on it. We just don't want the eaves to beat on it. If they drip off that siding or that eave, it's gonna mess it up. So we're trying to keep it covered here. But the wind's trying to blow our plastic right off right now. So we're just gonna sit here and babysit it till this rain goes away. Probably be the last thing we do today. we ain't going anywhere else today. You guys are paid babysitters today.
Oh, man.
You went from mason to babysitter, Roy. Huh?
I can deal with that.
We do everything here.
That's right.
Bondo Built Construction.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's right. What do you think, Rotor?
He's like, I'm
Ro's like, I stepped in the concrete twice today, but
sick of getting yelled
that's
at.
not too bad. I've been yelled at.
Poor people.
I'm just gonna chill here. I'm just chilling like a villain, right, Bobby? Good boy. You did good, buddy. All right, guys, here we are. We got her done. In between the rainstorms, we covered her up. Didn't do any damage to it. That's why you bring plastic with you. But she turned out nice. And that's all our exterior concrete's done. So we got to pour this and the barn, which is 28 by 48 in here with the trench drain. And then this is all done over here. We just cut this today. There's that hoodlum rowing. We did these cuts today too, so it's all cut down through there at every post. So that's what we're up to today. Hey guys, Bondo here. So this morning we are going to be pouring a pole barn. As you can see, we already did some work over here. We did the apron here, and we did this piece here. There's a piece back in here we're gonna do today, but we did this the other day with the apron. The evening before that, we did this side over here. That's all done. There's a little pad in the back for a propane tank. But today we are going to be pouring this inside piece, which is 28 by 48. Plus, like I said, that piece over here on the outside. So stay tuned. We're going to be pouring this out. We got to wheel most of it until we get to the front where we can shoot through the door. But we're going to wheel that whole back half with the big Brentwood wheelbarrows. The dual wheel wheelbarrows. Stay with us. Thanks for watching, guys. Here comes the mud. Guys, here it comes. Whoops, almost tripped. We're still, we've got 2 guys we're short right now, so hopefully they get here. We were supposed to pour at 10 and they switched it to 9, so looks like Sean? No? Oh no. It's Mike. Here we go. We got the wheelbarrows in here. We got to start wheeling this bad boy. Laser set up. We put plastic over the apron so we don't get in there. Bring them right in. we gotta put a little splash of water in there, don't you? What do you? Get a barrel out and we'll see.
First one might be a little chunky, you never know. I'd hate to,
Oh, it looks pretty tight, doesn't it? Looks like about a 5 to me. Want to give her a little splash, bud? That's about a 5. We're looking for about a 5.5 slump today, guys. It's gonna be pretty hot. We don't want to fight it. Stay with us. We're gonna start in the back here.
Okay guys, so this barn here, as I said earlier, is 28 by 48. So, and we're gonna wheel 90% of this barn. You can see that's where we're starting in the back corner. We like to start pretty much the furthest away and work our way towards the door. And once we get to the door, you can shoot some of it right out of the chute. But you see that long stretch down the middle, that drain that's in the middle. We got it taped up, so it looks like a piece of pipe or something in the video. But that's what it's called, a trench drain. So we like to put those trench drains in these barns, and the longer they are, the better they work, honestly. So because we keep the trench drain lower than the floor, and the floor, not lower than the floor, but lower than the outside edge of the floor. So as you can see, if you look close in the video, there's actually a pitch going into that drain. And I'm going to link a video on installing these trench drains, because I got a pretty good video on how we do it right from while you're doing the dirt work. Because we did all the dirt work on this too, guys, this barn here. We didn't do the roughing of it, but we came in and, you know, this thing needed a lot of work, so we put a lot of fill in there, and we graded everything. And while we're grading it, we use a laser level, and we actually set this trench drain in mortar, which keeps it stiff and puts it right where you want and keeps it flat. But we do drop that drain down, like I said, about 1.5 inches. So when you pull into this barn on either bay, and you know, we live in an area where there's snow, and the snow is going to melt, it's going to run right into that drain, and then that drain has an exit line that goes out to daylight. So it kind of goes underground, pops out the side, and any water that gets in there will, and if you wash your cars off, it'll go right out to daylight. So that just explains how we do these drains. But you know, that creates kind of a weak point down the middle of the slab, so you do want to make sure you saw cut off that drain. As you'll see, if you watch to the end of the video, we actually cut some diagonals off the corner of this drain. And I'm pulling up the wire, guys. You can't really see because I got a potato rake in my hand, but right there, that's me pulling up the wire in the yellow shirt. We try to get the wire up. You don't want it up. I mean, get beat up on this wire mesh a lot. We can't chair it up because we wheel on top of it, and it's not safe. You're going to trip and break your neck trying to wheelbarrow on top of chaired up wire. So we pull the wire up. We pour a thicker slump concrete than most companies. So the stones in the concrete keeps that wire up fairly decent. It doesn't keep it up in the middle, but you don't want it in the middle. You want the wire down towards the bottom, because you want the wire mesh on the tension side, if that makes sense, because the weight on your slab is going to be on top. So if something breaks, you want that wire towards the bottom third of your slab, which puts it on the tension side. So if you had the wire in the middle of the slab, it would just act as a hinge when the concrete cracked. And we don't have any problems with these slabs. So a lot of people like to talk about the wire mesh, and we didn't pull it up, and it's not going to be any good. But we go back and visit these slabs, and we've been doing these pours for years, and they hold up really well. We've never had to take one out. So they really hold up good, and we have a lot of freestyle cycles. I've been trying to go back and show different ones that you know, I had a video where the concrete didn't even crack, and we poured it exactly like this. So I'm sure someone will say something anyways about the wire, but that's all right, because it helps my channel, positive or negative. here we are, guys, pouring that little section that's going to be closed in as well. You can see there's a door, there's an overhead door in there. So this is getting the same kind of mix of concrete that's inside the main barn. So that's why why we broke this job down like we did into sections. And that's just how we did it. Worked out really good.
A little soft. The wind cranks right through here. The wind's cranking right through here at my back. It comes right through the building, so it'll dry it out quick.
Fans going on the breeze and the two big doors up there and the big door over here.
Oh yeah. Look at that, huh? Yeah, buddy.
So Biscuit's here. We got a DeWalt backpack sprayer. As you can see, it's battery powered, and he's spraying on a cure and seal. This is a water-based product, and it slows down the drying process of the concrete. And it also keeps salt from soaking into the concrete, and it makes it a lot better and a lot stronger. And oil won't soak in if you have an oil spill.
Okay guys, here's the finished product. We just sealed and cut everything. Put our cuts, diagonal cuts, cut down the middle. This is the finished barn. You can see our aprons and stuff that we did here. Did a 3-foot apron, cut that today. We just sealed this so the sealer's still penetrating. We got the back room there done. So we're done with this job, guys. We used the soft cut so I don't have to come back here. It's about an hour drive for us up here. So we sealed and soft cut everything today. Then we got this one here all done.
Are you going to put more in there to finish that edge?
Jay's just hitting the edge with the sprayer right now.
Put more in.
What do you need, a splash? Go ahead.
Just trying to burn up what we had.
He's gonna backfill there. And there's a little pad for his propane tank. Finished job. He's got a nice place out here, guys. Nice barn. Nice house. Beautiful view out here. Thanks for watching, guys. If you're not a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and leave me a comment what you think of the job. And thanks again for watching.